Hey, what's up, gardening friends? Jeff, your tropical plant party. Today, I'm going to do some really quick planters. Some really easy, toss together type things that I thought would be good to release before Valentine's Day because they might make good Valentine's Day gifts. Last year I did a planter with this owl and put some anthuriums and ivy and stuff in it, and it came out cute. But I thought about that some more for this year, and I was like, you know, the problem with giving somebody something Valentine's Day themed is that you only have it for that day, and then it's like, what am I supposed to do with this pink and white heart thing? So I wanted to come up with something a little bit more versatile that can be kept around all year and just tweaked a little bit for the holiday. Does that make sense? So I picked up these succulents and cactus here, and these are the pots we're using, and they aren't actually pots. These are coffee mugs. These are coffee mugs that I picked up from Five Below. It's a kind of dollar store in the area, in the country, really. So it was $5. Pretty cute. Got 3 of them. I thought they would make cute pots. Now, typically I would drill a hole in the bottom of these, but since they are going to be given away as gifts, maybe somebody might want to drink out of them, which is why one of these I'm actually not even going to be using soil in. You'll see what that's about later on. But otherwise, I would normally take a diamond bit, put a piece of tape here, and use a water bottle and drill through there and pop a hole. Because really, oh, there was already dirt in there. Ultimately, for the longevity of cactus and succulents, drainage is best. All right, with that being said, I greatly overestimated the size of the openings in these mugs when I was picking out all of these cactus and succulents. Most of them not going to fit. In my head, I was like, oh, I'll do a cute arrangement and have, you know, some sedum and an echeveria and a cactus. I don't know why I was thinking these mugs were so big. They're really not. This is not a very big mug here. So, going to go with more of a simplistic approach, which I think will actually look pretty cool. I'm going to play around with some different things too. I'll probably set some up a certain way and then swap them out another way. But that's enough blabbing. I want to get around and get this done. And for starters, I want to use this mug to begin with, because I already have a pretty solid idea of what I want to do with this one. I want to put the balloon cactus in there, and this is the balloon cactus. It's the Not a Cactus Magnificus. That's the name. Now this is from Home Depot, so it of course has these lovely paper flowers glued to the top. That's fine, whatever. I'll take what I can get in the middle of winter. But this, essentially, I just want it sitting in there like that, and I'll top dress it with something. We'll make it look cute. Oh, and I should probably mention that I have already filled this up with some of the Espoma cactus and palm mix, I believe is what it's called. Where'd it go? The organic cactus mix for cactus, palm, and citrus. I'm just gonna drop this guy in here carefully. I should probably be using some tongs for this. That would make it a little bit easier. Alright, now that that's in there, looking kind of redundant having a cactus in the cactus. It was hard thinking of things to plant in the cactus pots. I was thinking about it way too much. I'm going to top dress this with this white gravel. Oh, and there we go. Got this fine gravel in here. I did pack it down kind of far because, you know, when you water the plants, you tend to lose some. Even though when this gets watered, it should just be done with either a syringe or a dropper. Just because there's not a hole in the bottom, this doesn't need to be drenched with water at any point in time. It's a cactus. They don't appreciate that. Like I was saying, this seems redundant to me, but I think that's kind of why I like it, because it just doesn't really make sense. So, I think that's cute, and I think it would make a cute gift. Now we have 2 others, and I'm going to try some different things with those. Now, since I was suggesting these as potentially a Valentine's Day gift, I think it would make sense to go ahead and use a Valentine's Day type of colored plant. So, I grabbed this Kalanchoe, or Kalanchoe, but everybody seems to say it different, and I'm pretty sure I'm always on the side of saying it wrong, so that's that. Easy to care for plants. They do have a tendency to rot, so the key with them is really to not overwater them, and, you know, they are a succulent. They don't need to be drenched. And just because I'm doing this for appearance sake right now, I want to set that in there, see how it looks, to kind of declutter my space. Sometimes it makes it a little bit easier to tell whether or not I like something. I think that's cute. Looks good to me. The flower on it is a little wonky. It's not quite growing to the light. That's an easy enough thing to fix. Plant it so the flowers are facing forward, so if somebody puts this in a window, you'll want the flower facing indoors, and then it'll go that way. Yeah, I like that, but there's another option. See, what about a cyclamen? I think that looks pretty cute too. Oh, that Sedum looks kind of cute too. Really like the colors on that one. I think we may have a winner here. Because like I said with the other one, it just doesn't make sense. So this is an echeveria up here. Unfortunately, it was just sold as an assorted. So I don't know what variety it is. I thought maybe it was the blue heron, but its leaves really seem a little bit too thick for that. So I don't know for sure. But it's got flower buds on it, so that's going to be really cute when it blooms. And now it kind of looks like a pineapple succulent cactus. I don't know, but I like it and it works. Like how I said I should make sure to use something Valentine's Day type colored. It didn't do that at all. Okay, and now for this last mug, y'all probably aren't going to like this, but give me a chance here. Now I was at Michael's and they had this whole section full of picks that have succulents on them, and they looked pretty cool. I mean, they're fake. I'm not usually into fake plants, especially when there's so many living ones that are really, really pretty. But if it's a gift, I can't expect somebody to necessarily want to take care of something, or to be able to take care of something, or maybe the person has horrible allergies, or a child with allergies, or, you know, some type of immune deficiency. The list goes on and on and on. Sometimes fake plants are justifiable. Not my thing. Obviously, I love having lots and lots of live plants around me. But since it's a gift, I don't really think it's that big a deal. So I want to try out these picks I got. And yeah, they all do look incredibly fake, but they look fake enough that I think that it's cute. But we'll see. Now I'm going to start with the one that looks the most fake. This guy. That looks pretty fake. And then we have another one of these Sedum type picks. Looks a little bit more realistic. Little bit. I mean, that's fairly convincing, except for where you can see the seams on the leaves. So that's that guy. And then we have this either agave or hawathoria, whatever you want to call it, aloe type plant. Fairly convincing. Now, obviously, if you can see the actual pick on them, not quite as convincing. And then these last two are not convincing at all. So there's this prickly pear, or an apuntia. The pads itself look fairly real. The pears and the flowers, not so much. That, and prepare yourself for something ridiculous. I told you to be prepared. How about a nice coral pink echeveria? So realistic, right? Yeah, not so much. But I think that it's kind of dumb enough to make it work. Typically, I would say to go ahead and put floral foam in here, or styrofoam. I don't have any of that. But I do have a jar of rocks, and that will work just fine. And then I'm going to start from the back with the biggest one. Right there. There's that. Let's do something that can kind of drape over the side a little bit, like so. Go ahead and put this agave aloe type one over there. And then I don't know if I want these flowers to be too close together, so I may have to shift things around a little bit. Let's go ahead and pop this echeveria down in there. Yeah, I'm going to rearrange it just a little bit, because I don't want to cover up that flower. We need to straighten out this guy. This one looks so incredibly fake, I don't know if I even want to use it, but just stick it in there because we got it. Boom! It looks ridiculous, but it does work. I really am not a fan of this, though. Like I said, take this with a grain of salt. Just playing around with things. Because not everybody is really all that into plants. They might like the way they look, but maybe they don't want to take care of them. So there's a fake option. Something I never thought I would be doing on this channel. And I really don't know why, because there's really nothing wrong with fake plants. Alright, so here we have these three options, but honestly, I just can't anymore with this. That's gotta go. I'm gonna go ahead and we'll just take a picture of this and put it over here. Alright, so I've gone ahead, filled this up with soil, and I'm going to deconstruct some of these succulents and pop them in there. That's something that tends to be kind of nice about these guys, is usually you can pop them right out of the pots. Just give a few little pinches and they'll normally come right apart. They're not normally rooted very well, but I guess I'm eating my words. For the first time ever, I bought one that's actually rooted fairly well. Maybe I won't mess with this one. I went ahead, these are the ones I was able to salvage and pull out. This is the Golden Glow Sedum, Sedum Firestorm. This is a Sedum Vera Higgins. And this is Crassula Ovata Golem. And you know, the nice thing with the Sedums is even if you can't salvage that much, you can really just cut them off. As long as you have, you know, half an inch to an inch of stem to work with, you can poke them right down in there, and they should be okay as long as you let them callus beforehand. Give them a while to callus over. So I'm really just going to go in here and just plop these guys in. There we go. Pretty cute. I did my best to not smudge the foliage. Didn't want to rub that powder off. So I went ahead and I put in that Crassula and the Sedums. This is probably the first succulent type arrangement I've ever done that doesn't have an echeveria in it. Now, I have this echeveria over here, but it's doing so well. I don't want to take it apart, jam it in there, because this is very, very, very temporary. It's just fairly crowded. I mean, it might be okay for like 6 months to a year, but after that, you'd want to pull these out and either prune them back or start over with something different. And I may very well likely come in here and pull these guys out at some other point to use in another planter. I don't even know, because I'm keeping this. I think it came out pretty cute, though. Alright, so like I was saying, I didn't mind with the fake flowers in it all that much, but I really prefer live plants. So, and I know what you're thinking, how's this a Valentine's Day gift? Well, there's a pink flower, that's Valentine's Day. There's a red flower. No, I'm just kidding. I got you. Hold on one second. So here's what I got. I got these from the dollar store. They're just extremely glittery little hearts on sticks. Can pop them down in here, make it a Valentine's Day present. I also had these little like plastic heart gems that I thought would be cute to top dress these with, and then when the holiday's over you can pop them out and have that white gravel. But I don't know where they went. So with these, I'm going to take my pruners, if I need to, and adjust the heights and just kind of stick them in there. Probably not that one, because this echeveria is taking up that entire pot. I'm going to play around with these a little bit and make them into something Valentine's Day-ish. Oh, there we go. It's a little love garden. When the holiday's over, pop those out and you have a planter. I prefer that. For this guy over here, I don't know. I think I can probably actually maybe just like pluck one of these off. Yeah, pop right off. And probably like wedge it down. That doesn't look right. Oh, there we go. Went ahead and cut the... I didn't stab this through the cactus. I just stabbed it into the straw flowers. And you could pop this off and glue it to the flowers too. But yeah, that looks pretty dumb, and I like it. Alright, so there we have it. Quick, easy, fairly cheap too. These were from the dollar store, these were from the $5 store, and all these succulents were from Home Depot. I think the most expensive one was, probably that one was maybe $4.98. And then the gravel was like $3, maybe $5 with that 40% discount at Michael's. You can also use aquarium gravel, that would work well too. I like the versatility, being able to just go ahead and pluck those hearts out of there and have a planter the rest of the year is nice. And like I said, I prefer holes in the bottom, them being gifts, potentially gifts. I'm probably going to keep some of these, maybe all of them. They're pretty cute. But I should be giving them away. That was the point. And there's so many different options. I thought the cyclamen looked cute. I thought when I had the kalanchoe in there, kalenchu, I thought that looked really cute. But ultimately, I'm pretty good with this. And this is just ridiculous. But I think it might be my favorite. Or that one. Really, these all came out really cute. I could not pick a favorite when I really think about it. Alright, but that's going to do it for today. Don't forget to like the video, give that thumbs up. It helps a lot. Comment down below, because I love talking to y'all. I'll put my social media stuff down below in the description. Let me know some fun, quirky, creative ideas you guys have been having. I have the spring fever. I want to garden, and this is just kind of my way of dealing with it, and I appreciate you all watching and tolerating the ridiculousness. So, happy early Valentine's Day. I hope everybody's doing well. And as always, everybody, keep on growing. Bye-bye!